How's it going, beautiful and amazing people? Doc Genzo here with another deck profile for you. Today we have Mr. Ashton himself with his... How'd you do today?
I got first.
You got first place with what?
Pure Punk.
Pure Punk with the new sauce. How'd it feel?
Felt really good today. When the deck doesn't hate you, the deck's really good.
And how many Sprite matchups did you have?
I played it just once today.
Just once?
Just once.
And that was me, and I scrubbed out. So there you go. All right, well, we're not going to dwell on that. Let's go in the profile. All right, guys, let's get in the profile.
All right.
We might have a translator coming in to translate a little bit, just in case.
All right, so first, the Punk engine, obviously. 3 Xiamen. This is the best card in the deck. If you resolve this card 9 times out of 10, you're in a good spot. I never lost the game where I resolved it. It's impossible to, damn near. You just plus so much off of it. Because it's so good, you play 3 Foxy Tune.
That's my best card in the deck right there. That
and 3 Ogre Dance. Because you're trying to
3 Ogre Dance. Okay.
You're trying to see this, summon this, get this on the field by any means necessary. If you got to search it and summon it, that's fine. If you want to Foxy it out, that's fine. It's just another E-Telly. But you have to get Xiamen on the field. It just does too much. And then you have, those are the main Punk monsters. Then you have the ancillary ones, the ones that do crazy stuff. You have 2 Shar Kusai. This card has gotten so much better since the field spell because you just have so much more ability to put it on the field easier. Both of its effects are crazy. The fusion summon effect, I'm lucky today it didn't get ashed.
Yeah, that fusion was nuts.
Yeah.
With Deer Note out now, like that fusion got good.
Yeah, but there's no, fusion didn't get ashed today, and also Synchro bounced forward today on my opponent's turn.
Good lord.
Yeah, this card does a lot. And then being able to pay and draw off the field spell is extra helpful. And then you have 2 Deer Note. I wanted to play 3, but because not as bad in Pure Punk, but this, if I brick on 3 Deer Note, I'm going to throw this deck at someone. So
here's a question: with the Deer Note and the what's his name, Ryuka side or whatever, did you ever synchro into an 8 on your opponent's turn?
No, but I have done it before, but not today. But I have done it before on my opponent's turn and gone into a peg on my opponent's turn, added a hand trap.
Oh, really?
Which helped me beat them, actually.
Thought you go into Borderland Savage and be like, oh yeah, I got him to get on your turn. No.
All right, and you got then you have the
either way it works.
The 2 1-up Punk monsters, Madame Spider and Punk Wagon. Well, that Wagon be Dragon. This card is so necessary now that that field spell exists, because that field spell is one of the craziest plus engines in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Like,
and you found one of each of those to work for the deck.
Yeah,
pretty well.
Yeah, because neither one of these are a starter. They're both jips, but they both just get you to extenders and interactions. So you don't really want to draw them so much as you want to search them mid-combo or summon them mid-combo and use their effects to both draw and add extra cards. The best thing about this card, though, is the secondary effect that most people don't know about. Say you activate the card's effect to place a turn and search the field spell, and then use Veiler and target it, you can chain to the Veiler and draw a card.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it comes up sometimes because people don't read cards. Nobody knows what the Punk card's other effects are. And then
Madam Spider, what does she do? Oh,
starts
you're
to
gonna
trap.
learn today.
Starts to trap, baby.
Gonna learn today.
And then extenders. So honestly,
oh gosh,
this is probably the second best card in the deck. Gizmek is just so important.
Someone
it pushes
say OTK.
It pushes for damage. It gets rid of problem cards. It gets over cards. Puts bodies on your board during your opponent's turn so you don't get killed yourself. Like, this card is crazy. If I Gizmek 3 times in a game, I'm probably having a good time. I'm probably having a good time. And then the one other extender is Shinobi Necro. Honestly, card's been kind of underperforming.
Really?
I might switch back to Plague Spider. I really might.
Your hands were pretty healthy with that new field spell. So.
They were healthy today, but like this card is only good when you guarantee you're going to go into the Pega line. And if you don't go into the Pega line, it's kind of just meh.
And for people that don't know what the Pega line means,
the Chaos Ruler line. The Chaos Ruler line. If you don't go into the Chaos Ruler line, it's kind of just below average. Whereas the Plague Spreader is always an extender in a body. This is not always an extender in a body. So this is kind of on the chopping block for me right now. And then the reason why we play this deck is that we play a boatload of hand traps. 3DD Crow, probably the best hand trap right now.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Everything needs the graveyard, and this card just kills that.
Tearlament, Sprite, Sword Soul to a degree, I suppose.
Sword Soul to a degree,
With
this
the
deck to a
TVs, yeah.
degree, all sorts of stuff.
yeah.
Like this card is just bananas. And the best thing is the interaction with something in the extra deck, just in a little bit. This card is great. Love seeing it, especially off of Chaos Ruler. Being able to add it free off Chaos Ruler just feels so free. 3 Ash Blossom.
Me, I think,
Yeah, 3 Ash Blossom, because
It's Ash.
Ash is just forever the best hand trap. It's good. It's okay against everything. It's just not great against anything. The Bad People package. This card is only ever
The
good.
one thing I couldn't cross out today.
This card is only ever good again when you're playing against either a bad player or a player with a bad hand. Like, if your opponent has a good hand, this card is mid. If your opponent is good at the game, this card's probably mid. But like, if they are not one of those things, this card can just win you the game for free sometimes.
For sure.
Like literally against you today, it stole the game from me because
Well, like against Sprite itself, it's just like when they start off with that deep sea deeper play, it's just like, oh, Gamma.
Gamma, get rid of it. Do
There's
you have an extender? The sleeper hand trap of the format, Ogre. Ogre's really good.
Ogre's insane this format.
It's really good right now.
Stops Gigantic, stops your field spell, stops the Tearlament field spell.
Stops a lot. It just puts in work. And then the cool part about it is, it's because it's a level 3 psychic. I can
you
search.
can actually search it,
You can
yeah.
search it off of the new Synchro Jam Dragon Drive, and you also can when it's in the graveyard after you've used it, you Synchro summon into the Amazing Dragon. It counts the level 3 psychic with different names, so you can bounce up to 5 different cards with its effect. And bouncing 5, you bounce 5, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
You're gonna win the game. 2 Veiler, the last 2 hand traps. Well, not the last 2. I played another set, but Veiler was okay. I've been thinking about tinkering with other stuff, maybe either droplets or maybe even Bell. It was okay, but at present I've still got to play it because I'm currently playing Selene stuff in the extra. But it was alright. It was alright. And then on to spell cards. Yay!
Oh gosh.
1. This card's going to 1.
Yeah, 100%.
This card's going back to 1. As sad as it makes me because I have these beautiful ultis, this card just does too much. And
like Sprite are running it with the Gamma right now. Like either Gamma's getting banned or that's going to 1.
this card running around rampant right now is honestly kind of unfair. And I love this card because it is an extender, it is a starter, it is an interruption on your opponent's turn.
It doesn't have those magic 3 words.
Once per turn. Card is crazy.
It's literally a quick launch.
It does whatever it wants, and it's crazy. The reason to play the deck.
That card's so good. Nice misprints you got there, by the way.
Yeah, they're nice. So this card,
That's not glare, people. That's misprints.
the new field spell is crazy. It has 2 effects, and both of them are bonkers. The first effect is once per turn, you can banish 1 punk card from your graveyard, especially summon a punk monster from your hand, and that comes up every single combo. What's cool about that effect is it's not a hard once per turn. So if you have the second one, you can just extend with it again by banishing a different punk card and just summoning another one from your hand if you have another one. So I actually did that today to win a game.
Card as well, so
Punk card. So if you activate this, banish it.
off the other field
Yep,
spell,
yep. And then the second effect is every time you pay for a psychic monster's effect to activate, you can draw a card, and you can do that twice per turn.
And that's a hard once per turn.
Hard twice per turn. Hard twice per turn. But what's cool about it is that it says psychic monster. I definitely triggered this. I triggered this off Psychic and Punisher and drew a card.
Nice.
I do it all the time. People are like, "What?" Yeah, it says a psychic monster. So triggering it off Punisher is hilarious because it's like banish. I'm getting myself stronger, and I get to draw a card because of it. Like the
Also,
plus,
it's their turn. Yeah,
exactly.
you
The plus you get off of that, and you can do it off their turn when you Sharkusai and Synchro on your opponent's turn. It does it then too. You can get a draw on your opponent's turn before you draw phase. Like this card is just bananas. It is only thing I wish it did was I wish it was a starter, but it doesn't start your combo. This on its own is not enough, but it is the craziest.
It gives you a healthy hand after combo.
It is the craziest extender possible, and it gives you a healthy end. 2 talents. I actually won a game because of this card today.
I was about to say, that card's been insane today.
This card actually won me a game today. I was playing against Despia in round 2, and he activated a monster effect during my turn. He ashed something. So I activated this and took his Mirror Jade, and then synchroed off his Mirror Jade and my normal summon Sharakusai that I just normal summoned after I took it into Jam Dragon. Jam Dragon brought Amazing Dragon. Amazing Dragon brought back the Sharakusai, and then used our Kusai effect to fusion summon and then did full combo and killed him. It was bananas.
I remember you using the draw 2 against me with that, so like you had like your full board of almost every negate known to man and then like 6 more cards in the hand with a Ghost Ogre that you search. I'm just like, man.
Yeah. And then banned. Banned. This card needs to go. This card is, you feel unbeatable when you have this card. Like, this card is crazy. I don't know why this card is still at 1. It's either at 3 or 0. It's too sacky. And then just traps. 3 imperm. Pseudo hand trap. I mean, it is a hand trap. It performs well.
Stops the sprite play because they usually go red anyways. So
exactly. They almost never go carrot, so this is just better than Baylor in almost every situation.
Well, there's like how many monsters that can stop Gigantic, and that's the one card that can, spell card that can stop Gigantic. So.
And then it's honestly it's exciting easy because it's just a 3-up that's just almost always bad going first. You can just put in a better going first traps from the side, so it just makes siding easier. And then 1 punk trap, the Nashwari Surprise. This is basically Dryden. You target 1 set card on the field unless you control a punk monster, in which case you can target 1 card on the field, face up or face down, it doesn't matter, and you just destroy it.
What are your thoughts on the other punk traps?
I like Gabu and I want to try it. I actually think it's okay as just a draw as imperm. I'm kind of afraid of breaking on it.
Yeah.
But I also think that having the extra utility being of search an imperm as well as a pop later in your combos could be good. I'm gonna tinker with it. I'm gonna do some tinkering. All right, on to the extra.
I think you're gonna be going into 90% of the time.
Yeah, this card is the reason to play the deck. This card is actually bananas. Punk Jam Dragon Drive. It has 2 effects. Effect 1 is on when it's summoned when it's synchro summoned, or if it's summoned by the effect of a punk card.
Including the field spell.
The field spell hand. But if you can summon by Amazing Dragon or by Deer Note, you pay 600 life points and search a level 3 Psychic. So sometimes you search extenders, you search like Madan Fighter and stuff, but if your hand is just that crazy, you just search Ghost Ogre. Getting a free hand trap in the middle of your combo, well, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. We got Chaos Ruler, banned. I don't even say why this card needs to be banned. This card is unfair.
It's so good.
Formula Synchron. This is literally just to summon off of the Hulk, and then I'm real. A lot of times I'll go into the Hulk and summon this, not because I want to sync with it on my opponent's turn. I already have my 10s or whatever. I just want to draw, see if I can draw another hand trap.
Yeah.
Or draw an extender for my next turn so I can make sure I kill my opponent.
Hand traps are really powerful in this one.
Like drawing the draw is why you play this card more than anything else.
Yeah.
Then the 10s, Barone because this card is great, and Shang Ying because this card is just really strong right now.
IDP
actually.
on legs.
IDP on legs is an understatement because it's not only on legs, them legs are big, and it makes your legs small. This card
Save lives.
This card is crazy. I won like 4 games because I went into this. Honestly, I started going into this more than Barone lately, just because of it not being able to be destroyed and the banish effect just coming up so much. Interaction.
It procs off DD Crow.
Yeah, it procs off DD Crow, which is what I was talking about earlier. It also procs off of Gizmek. So it's almost impossible to not have access to this when you want to do it. And so a double banish is just too powerful, especially against the Sprite matchup. Like, like when they go they have to normal summon their swap and they dump, you just like banish swap, banish the road, and you just stop their combo dead in its tracks, and you're just like, better have starter. And then you just have hand traps to handle with the rest.
Also their elf and whatever they target with it too.
The 11s are 2 Punk Amazing Dragon. This is the boss monster.
Very pretty card too.
It's a gorgeous card, you're not wrong. 2 effects. The primary effect, the one that comes with the most, is the bounce effect. When this card is synchro summoned, I wish it was like Jam Dragon Drive, if it was just summoned, that'd be crazy. When this card is synchro summoned, you can target a number of your opponent's cards up to the number of level 3 psychic monsters in your graveyard with different names and bounce them back to the hand. Bounce 5, good. Bouncing 4, bouncing 5 on your opponent's turn, middle of their combo, it just wins. And then the other effect is pretty good because a lot of times when you summon this on your opponent's turn, it stays in the field because they can't extend to get rid of it. And so the other effect is you can target 1 punk monster in your graveyard and just special summon it. so you can summon the drag and drive back or summon a Zeoman or whatever you need to just.
It's hard to get over because it's 3300.
Yep. No, it's 3K. It's 3K. It's 3K.
Is it 3K?
It's 3K. It's only 3K.
Oh.
3K 28. But it is big.
I thought it was 33.
I wish it was 33. That'd be nice. And then the other 11 is Pep, Psychic and Punisher.
Yeah.
This card, this is how I won this is how I ended most of my games when it was.
The true boss monster.
This card just pushes for the damage. This is how you win. Card crazy. Not gonna get banned, but just strong.
Well, you don't really run 2 as well because if they out that, then you're on losing anyways.
Yeah, how did you out this? The MVP, Rising Carp.
All right. Yeah, that card's crazy.
This card is crazy. This card is Rescue Rabbit for Punk Monsters.
That card was like, oh, Deer Note actually made me good.
Yeah. This card is actually bananas. You just get so much plus resources off of it. It makes Sharku's side so much more playable. Like summoning this is OP. Then the Link 2 package, Hulk, Lambda, and Dark.
Kind of self-explanatory with all
Self-explanatory.
the policy.
This one's the only one you really go into on the regular. This one's just so you can go into the last 2 cards in the extra, which are, or last 2 out of 3, sorry. To go into Selene and Access.
Yep.
You go into it sometimes. It's nice to have another line to go into when you get like D-barrier and you can't use your synchro plays. It's nice to have another play to play the deck.
I actually decided that against you.
Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't use it.
And then the last card, it's probably coming out, but it's Zombie Vampire. Only reason why it's probably coming out is because blind doing this against a tier deck feels like the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So like, this is gonna become something else. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but this is gonna be something else. But this card is good and it puts in work against certain matchups, but against the meta right now, it's just not terrific. Milling a Toad for your opponent, or not Toad, but a Frog for your opponent, or a Ronin Totem for your opponent for free, just feels bad.
Yeah.
Just feels bad. And then Side. Side is quick and easy. 3 TC Boo because almost none of the monsters have the same types, and the ones that do,
That hurt me a lot today.
the ones that do,
Yeah.
you don't have them on the field at the same time. Like you never have 2 psychics in the field. Very rarely. You very rarely have 2 warriors or anything like that. So this is always live.
Also, when you flip that with all your negates and everything, it just guarantees your win.
It just pushes you into win mode. 3 deck Devi. It is for Flu. It is for Sprite.
Yeah.
Those decks are really good and they're really annoying and really strong against this deck. And then 3 anti-spell. Honestly, didn't side it in today. I felt kind of bad. Card is really good, but like all the spells you really want to stop are quick plays. So it's like, it doesn't feel great. I might side it out, try some other stuff. Yeah, it didn't feel great. And then the last 6, you gotta be able to go second. So Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler.
Would you consider running evenly in your side, or evenly just not that good this format?
Evenly solid this format, but if Splight makes their board, it doesn't matter. They just negate it. It trades 1 for 1, and there's other cards that trade 1 for 1 that are just more, that offer more utility. That I feel like are better. But so I'm not opposed to evenly. It's just not good against enough stuff. Against the best deck, at least not to me.
So overall, how'd the deck treat you today?
Today, the deck was fantastic, which is not part of the course lately, but that's just because sometimes when you're playing a deck that has a card like Gizmek where you're milling, sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's party.
From Team Sand next one.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Alrighty, well, that was P.U.N.K with a little PDA at the very end there.
Of course.
Don't get me banned off YouTube for that.
You'll be
Anyways,
all right.
this is Doc Jensen signing off, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.